And on the way to work this morning, he shared this dream. And I just want to say to y'all that God is speaking, He's warning, and we all should take heed. I'm going to set the phone down closer to him so that you can hear what he has to say. And I'm sharing this dream because I believe that it pertains to the church, and you'll see why here in just a second. All right. So I need you to speak loud and clearly, please, and think about what you're saying so you can get things in order and share it correctly. Okay, so speak loud.
Alright, hold on. Alright, so in the first part of the dream.
Okay, you need to get a little bit closer. Closer, because it's hard to hear you.
In the first part of the dream, me and my family are at like
Speak louder.
some kind of, I say like a loading dock almost, like a ship, like places where they go drop crates off and stuff, like by ocean or somewhere like that.
Okay.
And there was these people. I don't know if they're like army people or they were kind of like army people a little bit. More like I say like an agent or something.
Agents?
Like a high, like a high military person. I don't know.
High military person?
Yeah.
Did they look? What color were they wearing?
Like they had bulletproof suits on and stuff like that.
Bulletproof suits? You didn't
Yeah,
see
and
what
they were
color?
in black.
Black? Okay.
They're all in black.
Okay.
And there was like, I said there was like 100,000 or more, like, and then there was like these 3 tables.
People. No, stop
Yeah,
with people. And
Yeah.
now tell them what they were.
And all those people were in lines going back to like, I can't even see like the end of the line. And they all had like on like white, something like you'll see back in the Bible days, like a white, not a tunic.
Tunic or robe or something?
Yeah, like a robe or something.
Okay.
And they were all in line to go to this table. There was like these tables, and then there was these people sitting on like in a chair, and then they had guards standing like in front of it, and one by one they just kept getting people and their families and would tie them up and then put bricks like
with chains or
yeah,
what?
like with chains and rope.
Chains and rope. Okay.
And they would tie them up and put like bricks on their feet, and then they would throw them in the water, and then they would just sink and drown into the water
you
or
said
the ocean.
Our whole family was there too.
Yeah, and my whole family was there. And then
talk about how you saw people trying to break out of the line and it were trying to remember you were saying. Okay, tell them that.
And there was like some, not all of them. Most of the people there were like, they knew what was happening, but they just like, they didn't try to break away. But then there was a few of them that were trying to run away, but they wouldn't, like the army people wouldn't let them. Like they forced them to get in this line. And then as it go, like we're coming up to this table, me and my family, and then they chain us up and put bricks on us, and then they throw us in the water, and we're all in there. Like the whole time we were in the line, all you could hear was all those people were praying and stuff, like speaking in tongues and stuff like that. And when they threw me in there and my family, we were all praying, and it's like some picked us out of the water, got us out of the water, and then it switches over and we're in this house, but we're still like chained up, but we didn't have the bricks on us, like
we're still chained,
like our hands were tied and stuff.
And we were in what kind of a house?
Some kind of, I was like an old house. It wasn't an old house.
But you said it was in the middle of the woods?
Yeah, it wasn't like in the middle of the woods.
It wasn't? Okay.
Like there was this, you had the place where they were throwing people in the water, and then there was like a road that went that way, and then there was a little house right there.
Okay, what color was the house?
I don't remember. I think it was stone or something like that.
Okay. It was stone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then while we were in this house, there was people in there like on their knees and stuff, and they were all crying, and scared. And me and my family, we walked all the way around the room to each person, and we were like praying with them and telling them that it was going to be okay.
And that we were about to go see
Yeah,
Jesus.
and that we're about to go see Jesus. And then somebody knocked on the door, and this military person got me and my family and took us all the way back over there. And then
No, you're missing a part.
where?
You said they took me.
Yeah, they took my
And
mom
then-
first.
then
Well, that's
you-
still my family.
Okay. And then what happened after that? You fell on your knees, remember?
Yeah, I fell on my knees and I started speaking in tongues and praying out loud.
What were you saying?
I was turning to the Lord. I was saying I was asking the Lord to forgive them.
They knew not what they do.
Uh-huh.
That's what you told me earlier.
Yeah.
Wait, say it. You say it.
Wait. What did you say?
Say what you were saying on your knees.
I don't remember how I said it.
Okay, but you were saying, forgive them for they know not what they do.
Uh-huh.
And then they took us where?
And then they took us back over there, and then
To
they
the
chained-
shipyard and...
to the shipyard, and then they chained us back up and they threw us in there. And while we were like sinking, like I could hear, I don't know how we were underwater, but I could hear every person praying.
You could?
Yeah, I could still hear everybody praying.
What were they praying?
I don't know, just asking the Lord to, they were saying, Lord, bring your hands or something like that.
Were in your hands?
Uh-huh.
You told me earlier, you said, into your hands we commend our spirit or something of that nature. Okay, go ahead.
And then, I guess I died in the dream, and then it hurry up and like something. I guess my spirit went to heaven, and I saw heaven for a second, and then I woke up.
Because you said you flew up once we went in the water.
Yeah.
And then when you saw heaven for a split second, what did you see?
I also was like super bright, like a super bright white, like it was like a second, and then I woke up.
Okay. Is there anything you want to say to anybody?